What do I say? I'm a new furry. Okay, hi, my name is Blotch, and, I'm a new furry. Hi. Blotch is a grayscale calico cat with the exception of her booper and her tongue, of course. Yeah, she's got yellow and her eyes are green, but yeah, let me explain why my head doesn't have eyes. She had eyes, but it turns out that window screening was really bad. It was very weak and it wasn't too sturdy, and it immediately ripped while I was trying to glue them on. And then I was trying buckram eyes, but turns out my skin is like allergic to something that they had in buckram, so couldn't use buckram. I broke out really bad. I know, it's a bad head. This is actually mine and my friend's first head we ever made together, and I was learning how to fursuit. Yeah, she had eyes, but I'm still looking for new material for her eyes. Anyways, yeah, I'm a new furry. My name is Blotch the cat. She is actually an artist, and she likes to draw and paint and stuff, which is where she gets her name from. Blotch, she's sort of shy, I guess, when she meets new people in person. Yeah, so my channel is actually very inspired by a very famous roo in Australia. You guys, if you're in the furry fandom, you know exactly who I'm talking about. That's right, the Roo. She is my favorite furry YouTuber, other than Fjord Frost. One of my favorite other YouTubers that is hilarious because his sarcasm and his joke videos make me laugh. Yeah, those two inspired my channel. Yeah, so I was hoping to shed some light on Blotch's, creation and how I became a furry. Now, back in the day when I was a little girl, I would love to wear tails. I was obsessed with tails. My mom even swears that if she let me wear tails more, that I would be the inventor of the tail trend. And I would be getting a lot of money for that. That's what she thinks. But, yeah. I've been wearing tails, and I like cats, and I like dogs, and basically I like most animals. So naturally I thought, I wonder if there's other people that wear tails. And if so, where could I find them? I thought that the fandom that I was supposed to be joining for this was Neko girls, like cat girl things. They're really common in anime. But it turns out one of my good friends, she introduced me to the furry fandom, and I was like, whoa, furries? What is that? Because I, up until then, had never heard of the furry fandom. Now, she's like, you've never heard of the furry fandom? And yet you like to wear tails and cat ears? Oh boy, you're gonna love the furry fandom then. So she shows me all the artwork that I've seen, and for the longest time, I have been looking for a fandom that, pertains to that sort of thing. But, yeah, I couldn't find that fandom. I didn't know where to look. I didn't know what keywords to type. Sorry, it's kind of dry in here. And I sure as heck couldn't exactly tell anyone about this, because I thought, oh, people might think it's weird that I wear tails. So, naturally, my friend shows me the furry fandom, It's really dry in here. She shows me the furry fandom, and instantly I knew this fandom, this is what I have been looking for all my life. This is the fandom that I belong in. I don't belong with the cat girls. I don't belong in with the kitsunes or fox girls. I belong in the furry fandom. And so she and I, because she needed help building a furry head for her first time, we decided to use my measurements to test out what kind of foam to use and that sort of thing. What sort of cuts to make, all that jazz when it comes to fursuit making. Now, we started building Blotch as sort of a more patchwork. We worked with what fur we had, hence why this ear is kind of bent down. We didn't have enough fur to make it like this ear, so this ear's kind of just bent down. We didn't have the right material for tongue and stuff, so we used yellow felt. That's the only color she had. But hey, it works. She's now my main Sona, Blotch. Yeah, Blotch has been a part of me since my childhood. She has sort of been like my imaginary friend, as, you know, as most kids have. Well, I sort of almost kind of forgot about her, but not really. She's always been a part of me. Always. I never truly forgot about her. I never truly abandoned her. She always came back to me in like memories, or I'd find artwork of when I was a little girl that I drew her in. And then naturally, my friend and I decided to bring Blotch to life. And thus, this head, my feetsies, my tail, where's my tail? Where's my tail? I know it's here somewhere. Oh, I'm sitting on it. Oh yeah, my tail and my paws, my sleeves. Yeah, all those were born. So, as of late, I've kind of not been fursuiting as of much because it's starting to get warmer here. But, yeah, it's really fun, and if you're going to fursuit, I'd suggest you do it in the cold or have a fan, like I have one up here above me, on, because it is really, really hot in here. It gets really hot really fast. Just a fair warning to all you people who want to fursuit and have never fursuited before. It is like wearing a blanket constantly over your head. Yeah, you're gonna want some form of water. You're gonna want some form of like fan on you. Yeah, it's really hot. And you have to be really strong in order to fursuit in the summer. I couldn't probably do that because I don't like being too hot, and I can't be too cold because I'm actually chronic hypothermic. Yeah, I'm chronic hypothermic. So naturally I have to be all bundled up in the winter, and I have to be careful how long I am in the heat, because if I'm too warm and I go inside a building that's extremely air conditioned, it can trigger my hypothermia. But anyways, yeah, she has no eyes now because window screening was terrible. It does not work. People have actually told me to use window screening. It's not strong at all. I would recommend against window screening. And I am, like I said, mildly allergic to buckram, so I'm currently looking for other eye material for Blotch, and when I find that material, I was going to take off the fur. It's all hot glued on. None of it is sewed on. I was gonna melt the hot glue, take off the fur, put in the eye material after I color it in, the colors of her eyes, which is like a bright green. And she's going to be refurred. And bam! I might actually update her muzzle a little more. We made it a little too puffy. Yeah, it's a little too big. But yeah, yeah. So, a little tip for fursuiters, or fursuit makers, I should say. If you are measuring someone's head and they let you know they are wearing glasses under their fursuit head, like I am right now, like you can see the frame right there, that black line is not my hair, it is my glasses. You kind of want to go at least maybe half an inch bigger, so that if their glasses are big and bulky, like mine, then you're going to want to take that into consideration and make a little room. My friend and I made that mistake when it came to making my fursuit head. We didn't even think about my glasses, and we made it too small for my glasses to fit. So I ripped out this gray lining you see, because, you know, yeah, she's very poorly made. It was our first try. Don't judge. I know her head is terrible. Don't judge. It was our first try. We actually did really good for our first try, a lot of people have said. But anyway, yeah, my glasses are actually pressing against my face right now, and it kind of hurts. It's not overly painful, but it's more uncomfortable. It's more of a discomfort factor. So I had to rip out some of the gray lining. I had to alter the muzzle a little to fit my glasses, and they still kind of are a little bulky to fit. But yeah, she's a partial. I don't have legs for her, though I was actually going to save up for legs. For legs, yeah. Maybe digitigrade? Digi, in other words. Or the animal legs that go like that. Not plantigrade. Humans walk in plantigrade, and a lot of partials like this. I just have the sleeves, the paws, the feet, paws, a tail, and a head. That's all I have for Blotch. Some people have a 3/4 suit, which is all they need to do is wear a shirt. They have the legs, the feet, the tail, the sleeves, the paws, and the head. Yeah, they have all of that. I don't have that. I don't have the legs. I just have feet, paws. But, yeah. I was thinking going for digitigrade legs, but I'm also new to fursuiting, so I was also taking that into consideration, that it might be a little difficult to keep cool in a digitigrade suit when you're a beginner, and yeah, I can barely stand this head. But, yeah, just thought I'd introduce myself, and I'm going to be a little copycat and copy Picari Rue's little idea of her episodes being the bottles, or male, and, you know, I thought it was a cute idea, so I thought maybe Blotch could have a channel and have that sort of thing, and maybe I would one day become somewhat known in the furry fandom. I was thinking, because she's an artist and her name is Blotch, it could be like the ink blot or something like that. Ink blot, the portrait, I don't know, something art style. Maybe the paintbrush. I'm not sure. I'm still debating, but you guys can give me ideas on what I should call my episodes of randomness. And you may even see another video on the next video of me as Blotch playing in the snow. Ooh, that'll be fun. And my boyfriend, he doesn't like to be mentioned by name on, you know, he doesn't like to be mentioned on internet or be seen. So I will say my boyfriend. I'm not going to name names for his privacy respect, but my boyfriend actually videotaped it, and yes, he talks in it. He did it because I asked him to, but he's not going to be doing that anymore. I'm going to have to find someone else to videotape for me. But yeah, he videotaped the video in the snow. And she doesn't talk in that one because I was trying to figure out what kind of voice to use. But I saw Picari's video saying it doesn't matter if your fursuit's head's jaw moves or not. If you want to talk. It doesn't matter. Just because your fursuit head's jaw is still, it's static, does not mean you cannot talk. It doesn't mean anything. You can talk if you want to. So I took that to heart and I made this video to introduce Blotch. And yeah. So yeah, you'll see that snow video up in maybe a little bit, depending on if I can get it onto my computer from my phone. But yeah, it's a really cute video. Blotch's first time in the snow. Well, technically second, but it was her first time seeing the snow in the day. The last video, the first video of her in the snow was at night, and the quality of that video was very, very poor. It was very poor. So we decided to reshoot it in the daytime. Yeah, it's basically just going to be a channel where Blotch does shenanigans. I'm currently asking around town to see if there are going to be kids. I've actually decided that I might public fursuit soon in the local McDonald's, because kids go there on the weekends, like every weekend. There are a lot of kids there. So maybe I would fursuit there, maybe make some people smile. I have a friend in McDonald's who maybe could videotape that on my phone. So yeah, that's just a little thought that I can do. But yeah, I guess I'll give some suggestions for what my episodes will be called, because I love Picari and she is my biggest inspiration. I love her so much. So I was thinking something art-based. I don't want to go with the paint bottle or something like that, because she already has that, the bottle. Picari already has the bottle. So I was thinking something else, like maybe the easel or the paintbrush, the portrait, the ink blot, something art-wise, because she likes art. She loves art. She loves art. One last thing before I go. I noticed a lot of furries don't have certain disabilities in their personas bios. So in order to bring light to mental disabilities, I made Blotch have what I have in real life, and that would be autism. She is autistic. I think autism gets a bad rap a lot because some autistic people are not capable of doing stuff. I'm not hating. It's just something I've noticed, and a lot of people use autism as an insult to people, and to me, that's not okay. That's not okay. Because some people that are autistic actually are geniuses, and they can do a lot of things that people don't even realize that they can do. Like, listen to me. If you are autistic, don't think it's a downgrade. Don't think you're worthless because of it. You can do amazing things even though you're autistic. Autism may be hard, but it's not a prevention. You can do stuff when you put your mind to it, okay? Don't let autism bring you down. You can be an amazing person and be autistic. You can. I'm proof. I have made this fursuit. I made the sleeves. I helped my friend make the head. I helped my friend make the feet. It's amazing what you can do, and autism can actually be a good thing. It can. It means, yeah, you may be socially awkward, or you may not have certain quirks that are normal, but hey, it makes you unique. When they call you weird for being autistic, take it as a compliment. Don't think you're weird in a bad way. Take it as a compliment, because if someone's calling you weird, they're calling you different. And honestly, I'd rather be different than like everybody else, you know? I would rather be my own person than be like part of the status quo. I don't really like social norms. I try to avoid them, actually. If I want to wear a tail in public, I will. I will even wear this tail in public, because that's what I like to do. It's not a social norm. No, it's not normal. You don't normally see somebody wearing a giant tail this fluffy, but it's what I like to do, and that's my personal style sort of accessory. That's what I like. It doesn't matter to me what other people think. If they want to think I'm weird for wearing a cattail, that's on them. I don't want to... I'm not hurting them in any way. I'm just being myself. That's me, though. If you want to support, like, your certain quirks and stuff, go for it. Nobody can tell you what you can and cannot do based on social norms. You want to be weird and have hot pink hair and wear punk clothes that are neon green? Go for it. You want to be that awesome person that everybody recognizes around town because your hair is like really short on one side and it's neon green and it's like black on the other side and somewhat longer? Go for it. That is what you want to do. Don't let anybody else tell you what the social norms are and what you should follow. Because social norms, they're for normies. I want to be different. I want to be different. Okay? And that's why autism's a gift, because it makes you different. Not a lot of people understand autism, and that's a really sad fact. But to me, my autism is a gift, because I know what I like, and it helps me feel more comfortable about myself when I'm able to show off what I like. If I want to wear a tail in public, like I said, I'm going to wear a tail in public. If it attracts negative attention, that's on me. But it'll mostly attract more questions than anything. And I'm one of those people that are proud to be a furry. I don't hide the fact I'm a furry, because the furry fandom is one of the most welcoming fandoms out there. We are very friendly, unless you hate on us, of course. Then we're gonna bully you out, okay? Don't enter the fandom and think you can call us bad names just because you're in the fandom. That's not okay. But the furry fandom is one of the most accepting and friendly fandoms out there. We honestly really support the LGBT community. A lot of furries are gay, a lot of furries are bi. I myself am bi. So naturally, it works. I feel accepted in the furry fandom. You can be different and still be accepted in the furry fandom. And that is the best thing about the furry fandom. Yes, there's the NSFW stuff. I don't follow that, but I know it's there. That does not make them any less furry than me, because that's the part of the fandom that they enjoy. I personally don't enjoy it. I'm not into that sort of thing, but I accept that it's there because the furry fandom is an accepting community. And if I were to recommend fandoms to people who are animal lovers and like cartoons and stuff, like Looney Tunes or Tom and Jerry, that sort of thing, I would recommend to them the furry fandom, because they can actually make their own persona. Yeah. Blotch was my imaginary friend, and she eventually became my persona. and I absolutely love her. I have another Sona that I'm possibly also going to be saving up money for to get maybe a full suit of. I'm not too sure. But yeah, it's just something to think about. I guess that's about it. That's about it. Yeah, that's about it. That's Blotch for you. So I'm gonna give some little comments here. If you want me to name my videos, I have, because I really want to. I think it's a really cute idea Pokari did. I will give some suggestions, or you can feel free to comment them on the video's comments section. Feel free to. I was thinking the paintbrush, the ink blot, the portrait, and maybe the paint splotch. I was thinking. But yeah, if you have any suggestions, then go for it. I'm willing to listen to any suggestions you have, and I will see you guys later. Bye!